Okay. A very good morning, fellow Toastmaster and guests. I am Toastmaster Atrika, and I'm pleased to serve as the Sergeant at Arms for the 108th meeting today. Before we get started, I would like to establish some ground rules for the meeting. Firstly, I would request all the Toastmaster and guests to prefix their name with TM and guests before their name. Also, I would like to request all the role players to prefix their role accordingly. Secondly, all the speakers must run an audio and video checkup before their speech. Please do not type or unmute yourself while the speaker is speaking. Thirdly, restrain yourself from speaking about sex, religion, and politics in a derogatory manner. Now, let me share the mission of the club. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are encouraged to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in self-confidence and personal growth. Let me introduce to our presiding officer, who is also our club's VP membership of the club, Toastmaster Kshitij Srivastava, to take the further initiative. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Adrika, for giving a start to our meeting. I would like to now officially welcome everyone here today on this Sunday morning for us and probably late Saturday night for a few of us. And welcome everyone, Toastmasters and esteemed guests. It's a beautiful day and a beautiful night, I believe, for every one of us. And with this, I would not take much of the time, and I think we are already behind schedule for now. So I would like to introduce the Toastmaster of the day and hand over the podium. But just to let you all know, I think it's a really great time for all of us to learn from their experiences. This person has struggled with glossophobia, the fear of public speaking, and I think it's a shared fear among us. And and as according to them, they still struggle with it, although it might not look like it. So in their lives so far, they've achieved great accolades so far within the Toastmasters and in their lives. And currently, they have fun playing with their two little beautiful dogs. So, without much further ado, I would like to welcome the Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Anutosh Ghosh, please.
Thank you so much. Keep the applause going for Toastmaster Kshitij. Thank you. Now, before we move forward, can I get a quick raise of hands on how many of us joined Toastmasters to overcome stress of any sort? A virtual raise of hand also works. Awesome, awesome. So this is a very common part which we all face all together. Now, stress occurs when the pressure is much more than what can be done or achieved. And we define it to be a sort of wear and tear that happens within our minds and the bodies, that this wear and tear that we experience. And this is an attempt for our minds and bodies to cope up with the ever changing and the challenging environments that we are all living over here. Now, during stress, what happens is we release a lot of different stress hormones. And one of the most prevalent ones is cortisol. Now, what I have also read about this stuff is that having the right cortisol in our body is very important to ensure that we are keeping ourselves healthy. A bit more, it can raise to some serious high blood pressure and other issues with our body. And if it is too much low, then some other issues can get started. So today, what we are going to do is we will focus on certain strategies which I call it as A and B strategies to C, control stress. So in Toastmasters also, we have got three different sections: the prepared speech section, the table topic section, and the evaluation section. Now, prepared speech section, it is something like members prepare speeches over a few days as per some different predefined objectives, and we get it mentored, then practice it, and then deliver it in different meetings across the world or physically also. In table topics, members and future Toastmasters are called upon by the table topics master to speak impromptu on a chosen topic. And this is the only place where guests of the future Toastmasters get their chance to speak on the podium, the virtual stage. Now, for the evaluation section, I have a different take of it. It is a sort of non-violent vigilante member watching over us silently throughout the meeting, starting from the beginning till the end of it, to provide a full-fledged constructive feedback by evaluating each speaker and every aspect of a meeting. Now, this person that I am going to call about, this person is someone who has been working in TCS and has been a Toastmaster since the last 3 years. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Indranil Mukherjee.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anutosh, for this warm welcome and giving a brief introduction about my role. Yes, my dear fellow Toastmasters, my job started her introduction and meeting, and it will be lasting till the handover till TMoD hand over the podium to me to submit my report. Till then, I will keep eye on each and every speaker to see what they have excelled and what I feel they need to work on. And he's a humongous task to accomplish it. I have two role players. First, I invite my timer, Adrika, to explain her role, please. Over to you, Adrika.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for introducing me to the team. I am Toastmaster Atrika, and I'll be the timer for this session. So as a timer, I will be timing the table topic speaker, formal speeches, and evaluations, and I will alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red cards, which I'll be showing later. For the table topics, the time limit is no more than 2 minutes. For prepared speeches is 5 to 7 minutes. And for individual evaluation, the time is 2 to 3 minutes. Now, please let me know if you can share my see my screen. So can everyone see my screen now?
Yes, the green card.
So this is the green card. Wait a second. Yes, everybody can see my screen, right? Okay.
Yes, you can see.
So this is the green card. This is the yellow card, which I'll be showing after minimal time. And this is the red card, which I'll be showing after usage of optimal time. Okay. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Okay, Adrika, is there any grace period for the speaker?
Sorry?
Is there any grace period for the speaker, for prepared speaker, table topic, or even?
Sure. For prepared speech, the optimal time is 7 minutes. And at 5 minutes, I'll raise the green card.
No, grace period. I mean, how much time can be given to a speaker after showing the red card and before displaying the green card? Okay, Adrika, for prepared speaker,
Of that actually.
yeah, there is a grace period of 30 seconds, both upper and lower side for both prepared speaker and evaluator. I mean, if prepared speaker, the time duration 5 to 7 minutes. If prepared speaker complete his or her speech after 4:30 and before 7:30, then he or she eligible for award. same goes for evaluator. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
But green card will be shown at 2 minutes and prepared speaker 5 minutes. Okay,
Okay.
thank you. A big round of applause for her. Now, my second role player, that is a language evaluator. I welcome our language evaluator Shivam to explain your role, please.
So we have a separate language evaluator. We found one from my own club. His Samir. So he's joined our meeting. So
Thank you
Okay,
so much,
Toastmaster.
General Evaluator. Good morning, everyone, to my fellow Toastmasters and the guest. As a grammarian or the language evaluator, it's my responsibility play to pay close attention to all the speakers, listen carefully to their language usage, and I'll be making a note of all the misuses of the English language, as well as outstanding words, quotes used, or the thoughts being said across. And along with this, it's also my responsibility to share the word of the day and the idiom of the day with every one of you. So just give me a moment. Let me quickly share my screen. Let me know if you're able to see my screen. Okay, I hope everyone can see my screen. So the word of the day is dorsal. It is pronounced as dorsal. It's dorsal. The meaning is dorsal is used to describe those who are easily taught, led, or managed. The example would be, though the professor feared a rowdy incoming class, he found that his new students were docile and eager to learn. I wish everyone to unmute yourself and pronounce with me docile.
docile.
Dawson.
Docile.
Person.
Excellent. You, you all have cleared the test with flying colors. Thank you so much. Now moving on to the idiom of the day. The idiom of the day is dig your heels in. It means you are stubbornly resist something or refuse to change. So if you're referring to something which not upgrading itself or changing itself as per the new time, you can use this idiom. One of the examples would be, even though the developer offered them more than their houses were worth, the owner sorry, dug their heels in and refused to sell up and make way for the new office. So I would encourage everyone to use the word of the day and the idiom of the day in your speeches, in your conversations today. And I request everyone to give a thumbs up virtually, or if you're on video, just give a thumbs up to the person who has used word as a appreciation. So let's dive into this particular session and go back to you, General Evaluator. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samir. A big round of applause for him for explaining his role. He not only brought word of the day, but also idiom of the day. So please use maximum of them, and let's see how docile we will be. And yeah, now I hand over the podium to our TMoD. I really looking forward the session because you have just told you will provide some tips how to handle the pressure. Let's see how can I handle and deliver my report. Over to you. I will come at the end of the meeting.
Yes, thank you so much, Toastmaster Indranil, for that wonderful stuff. And please keep the applause going for Toastmaster Indranil and his team. Now, from in 2018, that is the pre-COVID times, Mental Health Foundation of UK released a survey done on 4,600 plus respondents. As per the report released in 2018, it states that in the past year, that is in 2017, 74% of people have felt so stressed out that they have been overwhelmed or simply unable to cope. As a result, 51% of adults who felt stressed reported feeling depressed, and 61% reported feeling anxious. Now, let me tell you, a human being can feel both depressed and anxious at the same time, or maybe at different times, but this report definitely encompasses those feelings of the same person as well. Now, let me stop here right now. Because if you see, these statistics are never getting better. In fact, in this post-COVID times, we have only become much worse with the different stress of different jobs and different expectations all around. It literally it is devastating. So the question for us that we should ask is, what are we doing as Toastmasters for us and for others as well? And do we see any change to those we help? Can anyone would like to answer? Anything. Means whatever we may be doing for our society or for ourselves, at least. Anyone?
Toastmaster is a platform where we meet outside our workplace.
Mhm.
It's like a meeting where we can share our thought, our voice of heart. Okay, now when we are working professional, we hardly meet our friends. So being a Toastmaster, it's an opportunity for me to have more friends to whom we can talk outside my workplace with a voice of
Yes,
my heart.
yes, absolutely, absolutely correct. And believe me, this is one place where I have myself found a lot of friends who have helped me around the world, and I literally treasure this Toastmasters platform because literally before joining Toastmasters, I was introvert to the power infinity. But right now, the things that I am able to say, that I am able to work out, that simply is amazing. I myself feel surprised at what level I can control stress right now. Yes, Toastmaster Jyothi, you also wanted to say something. And thank you, Toastmaster Indranil.
Sorry, I just wanted you to repeat the question you asked.
So, yeah, sure, sure. So the question is that what are we doing as Toastmasters for us and for others? And do we see any change for to those we help as a Toastmaster or as a human being maybe?
Well, that's an interesting question because the point I would like to put across here is as a Toastmaster, are we looking beyond Toastmasters itself? So if we look at that, I think we will see definitely there's a lot of things. Often we don't even know what we give and do we follow up. So for me, the answer would be 200% yes. It may not be immediate. We will not see the result within a day or two, but I think patience is the key. And before you realize what we give, there is always that we will get back as long as we are humble enough to make sure it's a support and not a help. So that's my take on it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jyothi. And literally, there are ways in which, if we help out people, we can control the stress of others as well as control ourselves as well. And as we move along, we will understand those couple of things that we can do. And believe me, it's very simple. And we will see how stress can be managed in a docile manner. So let's let's move ahead and then we will get to see out there. So this part, this is exactly what is required for us to do, to be aware that A strategy that I was talking about, to be aware that yes, we are getting stressed. And if we are aware, then we are ready to take the next step. Now, in today's prepared speech section, we have got two speakers who are aware of what they are going to speak based on the known project objectives. And once we become aware, it becomes very docile to manage everything. Now, for the first speech, may I request the evaluator, Toastmaster Sudeep Kundu, to kindly state the project objectives of the first speech.
Thank you so much, Mr. TMoD. I hope I'm audible.
You are.
Thanks. The speaker in particular is going to present her level 1 project 3 from the pathways presentation mastery. The purpose of the project is for the member to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance the speech. The speech may be humorous, informational, or any style of the member just chooses. Please note the time limit of the speech would be 5 to 7 minutes length. With this, all the best to the speaker and over to Mr. TMoD. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sudeep. Now, the speaker in question right now is a teacher residing in Bengaluru. She has a keen interest in reading books and writing about various things. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Rubi Sinha. Toastmaster Rubi?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day.
Toastmaster Rubi, kindly repeat after me. From today,
Yeah.
I promise to control stress in a better, mindful way.
From today, I'll promise to control my stress in a better way.
Awesome. Great. Wishing you more power. And with this, you are audible and definitely visible. Toastmaster Rubi Sinha, just go for it. Just go for it, Toastmaster Rubi Sinha.
Good morning, my fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. They say change is the only constant. But have you ever thought about how to welcome this change in our lives? Well, I'm quite sure that all of us tend to deny the change at first, not about thinking that it is good for us or not. And I am not an exception. Earlier, whenever I used to face something new, I used to question myself. For me, and guess what used to come as an answer to these questions? No, I can't. I remember the night before I gave my icebreaker speech in Toastmasters. I was tremendously nervous about thinking that, oh, I never faced such an audience before. I never gave any speech in my life. What will I do? What if I forget in between? What if I fumble in between very badly? What should I do? Should I back off? Very surprisingly, at that moment, my mentor called me. Hello, Ruby. Are you ready for tomorrow? I said, no, maybe I can't. She said, Arey, don't worry. We all felt nervous. In the first speech, we all felt nervous. It's okay to be nervous. It's okay to have high heartbeats and sweaty hands. But what is more important is to face it. So don't think too much. Just go for it. Just go for it. These 4 words hit me very hard. And believe me, although I was very nervous, I gave my speaker speech smoothly. I didn't fumble. I didn't forget. I just did it. Again, in spite of being a mediocre student for all of my student life, I chose to pursue my dream about higher studies and decided to take the NET exam after taking a long 10 years break in my studies. These self-doubts and these questions about whether I will be successful or not always keep coming in my mind. But this time, my answer is not the same as earlier. This time, I don't say to myself that I can't. Rather, I keep on telling myself, just go for it. Don't think too much. Just go for it. Trust me, these 4 words are like magic. They can do wonders if you believe in them. And I assure you, if you also feel some kind of stress or some kind of self-doubt while trying something new or doing something that you love, no matter how hard it is, then my friend, don't think too much. Just go for it. Just go for it. Now, please, you tell me, am I on the right track? What do you think, Mr.
Absolutely.
Toastmaster of the day? Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ruby. Wonderful stuff. And definitely, with your permission, I would like to borrow these 4 words in my speech also today, because definitely this is exactly what we require. Now, moving ahead, we will be now listening to another speech, and for this purpose, may I request the evaluator, Toastmaster Mrinal Kanti Ghosh, to kindly state the project objectives of the second speech. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. So before I read up the objective of the speaker, I just want to inform you, this is our 11 pathways she is presenting. So hearty congratulations to Toastmaster Jyothi Thomas for your 11 pathways. So now the purpose statement for the Jyothi is delivering speech from pathways dynamic leaderships, level 5, lead in any situations. The project purpose is member to apply the skills needed to successfully lead in a volunteer or any other organizations. All the way to speaker, Toastmaster Jyothi, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Anutosh.
Sure. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mrinal. Now, the person in question is a senior corporate trainer and a social entrepreneur working with the unorganized sector. She has a total of 35 years of experience on varied fields. She is also a certified mentor for women entrepreneurs and young learners. She has been part of Toastmasters since 2007, and it's a wonderful stuff to see her back again in 2020. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Jyothi Thomas. Toastmaster
Thank
Jyothi.
you very much.
Welcome. Toastmaster
May I
Jyothi.
request the timer to make note? My speech is 8 to 10 minutes.
It's already
Yeah.
on.
Thank you very much.
So, Toastmaster Jyothi, kindly repeat after me. From today, I promise to control stress in a better, mindful way.
That's a very interesting statement. I think that I live by that very thing, what you're saying. I'm well controlled, and that's why I'm at Toastmasters.
Great. Wishing you more power, Toastmaster Jyothi. And you are audible and visible. Toastmaster Jyothi Thomas. Perennial. Perennial Toastmaster Jyothi Thomas.
Thank you very much. How many of you here are wondering, why would I name a speech as Perennial? Anybody? What is running through your head? You must be wondering, like, why would this particular speech be called Perennial? While you think about it, if anybody has the answer, kindly post it on the chat box. Or you can raise your hand. The answer lies right there. Yes, the Toastmaster of the day has an answer. Would you like to say? You can unmute or you can type it out.
No, I was actually raising the hand that I also have that same question. I do not.
Okay, thank you very much. Now let me proceed. There is a quote: "To serve is beautiful, but only if it is done with joy and a wholehearted and free mind." That's what Pearl S. Buck says. In reality, that's a love. Today we're talking about something all of us know: service. Service to humanity. All of you here most certainly know about the big three-letter word, CSR. Are we aware? Corporate Social Responsibility. Back in those days when I was growing up, there was a simple statement. It was just service. What the right hand did, the left hand didn't know about it. Today, the world is moving. The pace is different. And we have to be absolutely docile in order to take care of this particular role. What are the challenges? We talk about leading under any situation. Leaders know the challenge. We always say, heavy is the head that bears the crown. When there's a push, there's always a pull. So what are the challenges in this particular project that I took over, which was for over a year, and part of it, the second half, is close to about 7 to 8 months? What was my learning? How did I start doing this? A quick brief would be, when I did the earlier pathway, visionary communication, that's when truly my vision opened. I connected the dots. The project I took for that was like a string of pearl that came up to dynamic leadership. Any leader, and I stand here professing the faith of self-made leaders, self-directed leaders. What do we learn? There are confusions, there are challenges. So let's dive in this particular sector of the non-profit organization where I volunteer. I would like to state that the entire work that I've done is purely, truly not for profit, where there's no collection of funds or service that I provide. What are the key things that come to my mind? The project was brilliant. We had close to about 10 lakhs, which if I had to convert it into dollars, would be easily about 7,000 to 8,000 US dollars. That's big money in India. Do we get it frequently? There was an organization that was willing to give. and I happened to be the curator and the project coordinator. The program had to be run, as I did mention. CSR confusion, point number 1. We always notice there's always people up in the leadership. They say leaders are lonely up there on the top, but not all leaders. I've seen leaders who take people along, but I've also seen leaders who would dig their heels so deep that they will refuse to change. They will hold strong in points that they think is right. So that was my learning and a biggest challenge. Under any situation was what I did, because my project, along with a group of people, was for the unorganized sector, women and children. Within that, loops within loops, was water conservation. I have the photographs, which I'll hold for later. CSR confusion was the first, and which was the biggest challenge. And I would like to say, how do we challenge that? How do we deal with it? In most organizations, when I go to talk and close the deal, there is one thing that comes up. Most corporates are willing to give money, but that works within their own structure. I have felt they have no idea about the benefactors, the beneficiaries, and whether the impact has reached. That's a challenge while you work in voluntary organization. How did I go about it? There are 2 ways. I can give it up. I can just say, forget it. There are times I just wanted to throw the towel in and say, forget it. But trust me, what are the repercussions? If I want to do something good for the community over and beyond Toastmasters, being this one person as myself, along with a group, to make sure they obey to a principle. All of us need to be in the good space to make the world a better place. We all know about the tithe. So when I get upset with any corporate that says, just get the job done without understanding what they do, for anybody getting into this particular voluntary work, watch out, the red flags. Control that. So you can turn around and ask me, then Jyothi, why did you do this? Simple. One wrong move of mine, I know will affect close to 200 women and children. When I say no, it's impossible. It's impossible to say no and walk away. Perennial, we need to keep speaking about it. We need to talk about the challenges that any voluntary work comes up with. Criteria 1, make sure the agents of the corporate who give the CSR funding is aware of where the funds are going. Show that you believe in the system. What are the challenges beyond that? Collecting funds. Often we notice corporates are like the weathercock. They say something on print and they expect something else. When that happens, how do we control that? That's precisely what happened for my 8-month program. When we wrote up the entire proposal, it was supposed to happen in a particular zone. And when I was supposed to run it out, the last minute, 2 days before the execution of the project, the corporate turned around and said it had to be moved to an entirely new location where we had to get beneficiaries who were 200 in number, next to impossible. How do we control? Will we be able to do something like that? Buyer beware, caveat emptor. That is what it says. It's a legal term. It's important for us to know. So friends, while I talk about The challenges while we work, leading is not just leading, is to have the right number of people with us, which by default, when I start a project, I have 3 or 4 people who can run it no matter what. And the challenge was, I started the project when I was in India, and it continued right now when I'm sitting here in Canada, remote, least expected. Challenges will come. Dear friends in Toastmasters, remember, leading in situation, any situation, put yourself aside. Think of the big picture. The hand that giveth will never go empty. It is only fair that we move forward and make sure the world is a better place. Lead in any situation. I have all the photographs given to my evaluator, will be shared later. Thank you, and over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Fantastic learning, Toastmaster Jyothi. Thank you so much. And yes, uh, I believe that leading in any situation, it definitely starts from our home, whether as a child, sometimes when we go to school, we can lead over there for small stuff within our group whenever the children are doing some sort of project. Definitely, the ladies of the homes, they definitely take charge of maintaining the home itself, and the ones who are going outside, and everyone, whether indifferent to any gender, it is everywhere that we can lead ourselves, we can actually control ourselves and move ahead. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jyothi, for that wonderful learning, and we will simply move ahead. Thank you. Now, we were talking about being aware of that stress. Now, what do we do next? Once we know that we are being bothered about that stress, we are worrying about something, that is when it calls us to change our behavior. That B strategy, we must change our behavior to cope up with it. And there are 4 ways that I would like to highlight. First and foremost is having a positive thinking. How can we do that? Positive thinking can be done when we focus on our strengths. Then we can look out for the different opportunities instead of dwelling on our weaknesses or cribbing or whining. We must also seek out the positives that are lying around. The second option that we have is we can plan to get better organized. We must do that. So it can start anywhere from our desk, from I have a huge pile of things over here. Till a couple of months ago, it was all disoriented. Right now, you can see that it is still somewhat sorted. It can be done better. And over the next few weeks, I plan to do that. The third point is being assertive. We can, of course, whenever we are feeling stressed out, we can ventilate our anger on someone. We can also use that stress to bring out our humor, or maybe that sarcasm. Most importantly, what we need is to divert our minds from that stress point. Just probably sometimes, if we are feeling too much stressed, switch off the mobile or the laptop and just have a walk for 5 minutes or 15 minutes. But most importantly, whenever we are talking with someone, we must be assertive. We must be assertive to say no. And the fourth point, which I would like to borrow from Toastmaster Ruby's speech, simply go for it. Whatever it is, simply go for it. Sometimes, if we are feeling too much docile or too much stressed out. Maybe if you love driving, just go for a quick drive. Enjoy the nature, enjoy the roads. Now, with this, we will now practice this change in behavior and see how we can cope up with it. The next host that we have is a software engineer by day, but loves to cook dishes. He is also learning to cook stories nowadays. Initially, he took the word Toastmasters literally in the context of teaching others how to make bread toasts. Please put your hands together for our table topics master, Toastmaster Shivam.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anutosh Ghosh. Well, are you all ready for the fun-filled section of table topics? You can participate even if you're not a member of Toastmasters yet. Ladies and gentlemen, after joining Toastmasters, we've all become docile, haven't we? Evaluations have taught us considerably. So, today, instead of digging in my heels, I've come up with some riveting formats for the table topics, some of them inspired from improv comedy. Are you all ready? So, yes or no?
Yes.
All right. So, who would be the first volunteer? All right, I'll have to start picking up if so. You've got 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Mrinal, you are up.
Yes.
All right. So
Someone.
pick a number between 1 to 10.
One.
Okay. So 1 second. So your topic is the impact of stress on the communication skills. The catch is you can only speak in questions. Go ahead.
Can you repeat once again?
Yeah. So your topic is the impact of stress on the communication skills. The catch is you have to answer, you have to speak only in questions.
Oh my goodness.
You want one example or you can just...
Oh my goodness. So many as eloquent speakers I have seen in the presence we're here. How can I speak in front of all of them? Such a scary moment for me. How can I speak in front of such an ebullient speaker? It's a very challenging. Can anyone help me? How should I prepare to speak in front of all these amazing speakers? It's just very stressful for me. I don't know how I can avoid my stress. Can anyone heal my stress level to be a normal level so I can speak normally with all of them? Trust me, I scare a lot. I can see some of the beautiful pictures, beautiful faces are there. They all are listening to me, but I don't know how to speak. To the Toastmaster that they talk about the stress, but I don't know how I manage my stress. Stress management, friends, is a very important tool for your communications. How we can do that? Simple formula you need to follow. Just hail it and practice your vocal variety, just like exercise. How you can do that? H stand for honesty, be clear, and be straightforward. A, authenticity with yourself. You should be integrated on your words. Stick to that. Lead, help, love, whatever you want to say. So friends, communications is all about love, all about your passions. You need to carry forward with love. You should be passionate about your communications. Then automatically stress just kick it and goes away. So wow. Now coming to the table topic master, what is your thought process to face the stress in communications?
That was one of really amazing speech that you gave. And talking about your question, since I've been asking you to ask things in questions itself, I feel stress is a killer of confidence, isn't it? Stress just doesn't allow you to move forward, doesn't it? So, with that, let me say that go ahead with all your power, just move. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just move. That's my idea of not feeling the stress. With this, let's move to the next table topic. So I see Toastmaster Kshitij has raised his hand. So are you up for it?
Yes, please.
All right. For this, I would like you to build up your imagination. Okay. All right. Let me share my screen. So these are some random images, and you have to come up with a story based on these images. You have to incorporate these items. You can make it in based on stress or whatever theme you want. Go ahead.
Uh, that's pretty amazing. So, yeah. So to begin with, I was once invited to a very interesting birthday party, and can you even imagine what was the what was on the menu? I was appalled to see that we only had raw vegetables there. And I went there on my bike. It was a really dark night. And upon reaching and seeing what was on the table, I could not really muster up the courage to even begin to think what would happen next in the party. The theme was since the time was around Halloween, we were all asked to dress up in very scary costumes. And one of the guests, it was a known friend, happened to dress like the nun. And their entry was quite well, their entry could have been amazing unless if they would not have lost the key to the lock and surprised all of us. And that whole fiasco sort of ruined the surprise. But we were all very intrigued with the last guest that we had at the party. At least for all of us guys, there was this beautiful woman who was approached, who came later to the party. But and for that, I guess beauty does help you bypass some rules, and the theme of the party was not definitely not followed by that girl. Well, then right at midnight, it was time for all of us to cut the cake. It was a delicious, beautiful cake, chocolate cake, coated with gems, and we had a ball of a time at the party. With this, uh, and we were all when it was time to end the party, we were all asked to say for a few minutes about the friend who was at the party. And it I had a great time. We were all reminiscing our memories together. And with this, I would like to end my story here and get back to the Toastmaster, table topic master.
Thank you so much. That was Wow, what a great story that you built up. I tell myself that I cook up, I don't cook the stories. Okay, I do other cooking, but you cooked up the stories so well. My God, it was some skill, especially that part where the nun would be there but couldn't open the door. I think that scene would have been very hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. With this, let's move back to another topic. Who would like to take the next topic? I think Samir, you raised your hand earlier.
Yep, sure, but forgive me because I cannot start my video if that's okay.
Yeah, that is fine. Yeah. So you pick any topic you love. The catch is you have to start every sentence in an alphabetical order. So just to give you an example, let's say I pick one, the first word I pick is M. So it would be like, my name is Shivam. New people I see here every week during Toastmasters meeting. Like this, you can start your sentences with the next alphabet. Can you try? Now you also have an option. If you think this is hard, you can pass this on to somebody else. But the catch is the next topic could be much harder. That you can't deny. It's up to you. Do you want to take this?
I think my no, I'm not started my speech yet, so timer, please don't start the timing. But I think my faith or my uh, there's a saying in Hindi, right? नसीब खराब है, तो लगता है मेरी आज नसीब ही खराब है. All right. Give me about 10 seconds. We have 10 seconds for the prepare. So give me 10 seconds and I'll start. Just 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Awesome night it was. Bought a brand new bike. Thought about chattering around with a girl, but dog was behind me. On the way, I felt an elephant. Fishes were all flying. Goats were making some weird sounds. Hens were pack. That's not the sound they make, but they were backpacking. Ink was all on the road. Jack was looking at me with a strange view. Kingsman was all around looking for Jack. That's why he was looking at me. The Lion King was here too. Mummy was there as well. Mummy, I'm coming. Napoleon was also around. Oscar was waiting for me. Papa was angry about me for the bike I was driving. Sorry, riding, not driving, it was riding. But Queen Elizabeth was there to help me and save me from Papa. Rabbit was jumping as Queen Elizabeth garden was so big. Ship was parked in nearby port. I see Madam Thomas is smiling around on my weird full speech here. Uniform was part of it. When I was around, so sorry, I'm done. Okay, thank you so much. It was a wonderful one.
Did I wake you up?
Yeah, I did wake up.
Man, that was just amazing, like exemplary. I did not expect you to just come up with such interesting ways to express the rabbit, Napoleon, the Lion King were all together.
And Madam
Great speech, man.
Toastmaster
Awesome.
Thomas as well laughing.
Awesome. I had tears in my eyes. All right.
Thank you.
All right. So, who's up for the next topic? So for this, For this, let's do some improv game here. I want two people, two volunteers right now. So who would like to come up? Okay, one is Kondal and the other person. Yeah, one is Kondal, the other person. Okay, Jyothi, perfect. Man and a woman. All right, let's have a great session. So let me involve the audience as well here today. Audience, you have to choose, you have to give them the scenarios. Okay, so there are 4 factors. One is the relationship. All right, so what kind of a relationship do you think these two people would be having? Say. Please say.
Acquaintance.
Sorry?
Just acquaintance.
Acquaintance. All right. All right. So I want one location. It could be college, office, or whatever.
Meeting.
Shopping mall.
Shopping mall. So we have a shopping mall and we have acquaintance. Now we need a situation. What kind of a scene is happening? Like people are walking towards one event or something like that. Anything that you want to pull up?
There is a sale happening in the shopping mall.
Okay, there is a sale happening in the shopping mall. There are 2 acquaintances. Now let's have a genre, like a horror, comedy, rom-com, whatever. Name it.
Drama.
Drama. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've got our presenters, the actors. So we have Kondal and Toastmaster Jyothi. Yeah. So you are in a shopping mall. You meet someone who is an acquaintance, and there is a sale going on in the shopping mall, and you have to create a drama scene. One second, sorry. So timer, please note, we have a combined timing for this, like from 2 to 4 minutes. Okay, at 3 minutes you can make it yellow.
Okay, sure.
All right. Let's start the scene.
Hi, excuse me, Kondal. Did I get your name right?
Yes, Jyothi, you are right.
Oh, how do you know my name? I thought, okay, I just remember seeing you at one of my friend's birthday party, and she said that you were her name, and I remember just the word because it sounded like one of our Indian names of celebration, but I didn't know you knew my name.
Just I was guessing, Jyothi. That's why.
Oh, okay. Fine. I'm so happy that you're here. If I can just quickly ask you, the sale is going on and I picked up a whole bunch of things. My credit card won't work. And I don't have enough cash. Do you think I can borrow some and I can make sure that I give it to my friend and she can give it back to you?
Fine. See, looking at you, I am not seeing or I'm not feeling you as a stranger. So you are, looking like one of my friends. So absolutely fine.
Okay, because I'm very grateful, Cornell, because if you just know, I picked up this refrigerator, which is a double door, which costs about 2.5 lakhs, and I can't use it on my card. And I wish you can swipe it on your card, please.
Jyothi. So let me check whether I have that much balance or no. Then I will commit.
Well, maybe the maximum limit that you can swipe on your card. Would you like to check that out, please?
Absolutely, I will. I will. So
Create some drama.
So
Can
it
we
is
have some
coming
more
only
drama?
50. So, Jyothi, why can't you try, a recent refrigerator of 5-star in Samsung, which is absolutely
Hey, I
costing.
just asked if you can lend me the money, but I'm not going to change what I want to buy. So I just
No,
looked at it and I thought probably you'll have a card that has a minimum of at least 5 lakhs. Well, if that's not what you have, not an issue.
it's okay.
This could be a scam. Show some drama. Aren't you afraid?
Okay.
So at this point, a salesman comes. Sir, would you like to buy this fridge to the ma'am? We are offering about 40% discount as well. Would you like to give this to her? She'll be very happy.
I'll take him aside by the dog. I'll tell him, please go out from here. So then,
Right. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jyothi. Thank you, Kondal. That was fun, actually. And the audience as well. Everybody just engaged very well. So that was the point of this. And so, do we have time for one more, or like what? This is the last one coming up. Timer, Toastmaster today, do we have the time for one? Or
Yeah, we can manage one last.
all right, fine. So, since we are talking about, so first of all, who would like to take the opportunity? So, Brahm, would you like to take it?
I knew you were going to do that.
Yep. Yep.
Go
I
ahead.
had thought about this in the starting only.
Mm-hmm. I could read your mind.
Oh, wow. All right. So, let me give it to you. So, since we are talking about stress management, and let me give you an idea, example, one scenario. Imagine one day you wake up and remember your past life. How would you handle your current family and your previous family with the limited resources that you have, the stress that you have, how to handle them all, then all of their needs? Take it up.
Past life? You mean say
Yep.
reincarnation?
Yeah, kind of that. Yeah.
I mean, well, I don't know anything about reincarnation. That's a rather difficult subject, and pretty contentious as it is. So suppose let's imagine there is a reincarnation, and I started to remember. So, are these people alive even? Because if I was dead and then came alive, and would they be alive? Like, I don't know. So, how old would they be? That would be like so much older than I am if they were still alive when I was dead and came back. So I don't understand the question in a way. Do you see the problem with the question in itself, right? I mean, we have to really analyze the situation, before we sort of teleport myself back, perhaps. So let's take the movie Back to the Future. I would need a DeLorean to begin with, right? And of course, we would have to go at 88 miles per hour to go back. And so, before I begin my journey, perhaps we would have to take some rations with us to support that family that was back there whenever that was in my reincarnation. I think it could have been 500 years ago even. Could it? Right? So, you've seen the movie Back to the Future, have you? Right, you have. And so, if we travel back 500 years, Shakespeare was alive. So now you can begin to imagine, I'm talking about England, right? I don't know what was happening in India at the time, but Shakespeare in England was writing plays, and it was that sort of an era. And so what would a person need in those days, in a small little village, where you were the serf and, everyone was the overlord? You wouldn't need much. You would need some potatoes, I suppose, in a some wheat and so on to make some bread and some potatoes, and that was about it. So, that would be cheap. What do you think? So, like Kondal, Kondal would be my assistant. I would bring him with me because, he's the guy that doesn't want to let go of money easily either. So, Kondal, you come along with me. And then we would feed them with potatoes and some little bit of bread and come back. And, I could live my lavish life, in the palace, which is what I do now currently with my new family and so on. And so I think it'd be easy, once we find a DeLorean that goes at 88 miles per hour, I could go back and forth, but I don't know, why would I want to go back 500 years? I mean, for some bread and potatoes? Go figure out. I don't know. What's you?
All right. Thank you so much. That was amazing speech that you gave. You showed us all the variations, the voice modulations, and just took us back to 500 years. And I started imagining things from, from mythology and all stuff like that. Yeah, that was awesome, Did you all have fun during this section? All right, back to the tabletop, back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Exhilarating stuff, Toastmasters Shivam. Awesome. And it is definitely one of the best times that I am seeing where a different set of topics are coming. I've never seen so much amalgamation of thoughts all together in a table topic section. Awesome stuff, Toastmaster Shivam.
Thank you.
Now, we were talking about stress and its two parts, being aware and then changing our behavior. To summarize that part, awareness, whenever we feel tensed or unhappy, ask yourself, what is causing you that stress? There are different types, or sorry, I shall say different symptoms of stress: cognitive, emotional, behavioral, and physical as well. And we can learn more about it. Then there are different types of stress, positive stress as well as negative stress. But the most important part of it is to identify the root of the problem and plan measures to overcome that root cause. Also, please note, being aware of the stress is not an admission of weakness or our inability to cope. It takes time, but being aware is the first step. The second part of it, which is changing our behavior, what we talked about is to have a positive thinking, to plan and get better organized, being assertive, and simply just going for it. With this, it's time for our general evaluator to provide today's feedback summary based on his evaluation. Please put your hands together for our general evaluator of today's meeting, Toastmaster Indranil.
Thank you, Toastmaster Antosh, for this wonderful speech you have, the topic you have bring in. Now, moving toward evaluation section, and to move it, I request our first evaluator, Shrudeep, to present your report. Please, Shrudeep.
Thank you so much. Before starting, let me check if I'm clearly audible and visible. Thank you so much. We all start many things in our life, but only few of us are there who actually sticks to the plan and continue the journey with all the ups and downs. A very good morning to my fellow Toastmaster chair guest and my target speaker, Toastmaster Ruby in particular. Toastmaster Ruby, let me highlight the glowing areas of your speech that I like the most. The first is the beginning of your speech, where you have started your speech with a code that how that change is actually important in our life and how it actually impacts in our day-to-day journey. That really connects the entire audience throughout your speech, and you have done a great job in that part. Second thing is your content. In your content, you have said about your own story, where you have changed, where you have shown the journey from a mediocre person to a confident one, where you have seen the struggle, that how you actually face those ups and downs in your life and how you actually overcome those, and that is truly visible throughout the speaking, throughout the from the beginning till the end that you are actually speaking. Third thing I liked about your speech is the level of confidence. It shows that how much you are actually confident about your country, because you have not fumbled once. Even I have not noticed that you have actually fumbled in during the entire speech of yours. So that shows that how much actually you have prepared for your speech and how you know the audience and your content when you are actually delivering the speech. And you have done a great job in that part. Kudos to that thing. So, Toastmaster Ruby, if I have to give something as a feedback on you, so there are some growing areas that I feel that if you could incorporate on your speech, it would be on the next level. First is the vocal variety, where you're saying that no, I cannot. Try to give some sort of stress on those areas. It is tremendously nervous. I was tremendously nervous on those areas. I couldn't be able to do so. While only emphasizing on those words, you can actually connect with the audience with some sort of words on it. Second thing is, as a recommendation, would be your stage act. What I feel that today you are actually concentrating only to the center of the stage. Though you're speaking on a standing posture, instead of that, you can simply use your left portion, right portion, according to the speech content that you're actually delivering. In that case, you can hover from the entire stage act that you're actually doing. Third thing as a recommendation would be as a conclusion part. At the end, what I feel that you actually abruptly ended your speech. Instead of that, you can simply summarize your speech, that what are the thoughts, that how we can actually go for it instead of all the hiccups, all the ups and downs in our life. And at the end, if you can give some sort of call to actions for the audience so that they can actually have some sort of takeaway message from your speech, because they have invested around 5 to 7 minutes of the time on your speech. That would be the best ending or best conclusion for your speech. Overall, I must say, Toastmaster Ruby, you're a beautiful speaker, a confident one. If you could work up a bit on your vocal variety and some more constructive conclusion, I must say, Toastmaster Ruby, you are emerging as a beautiful speaker and a confident one. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudeep, for your wonderful evaluation and maintaining the recommendation and commendation CRC method. Yeah, Toastmaster Ruby, I agree with Toastmaster Sudeep that whatever he just spoke, and while seeing your speech, I feel that confidence is natural in your body language. like how you delivered your speech. Just Sudeep told that you were very smooth. So I feel that confidence is natural in you. Yeah, just talk, work on the voice modulation. Just deliver your speech in front of mirror. You will understand what to uh, you have to improve and watch the other speakers. So kudos to you. Thank you, Toastmaster Ruby and Toastmaster Sudeep. You too. Now I invite our second evaluator, Toastmaster Arindam, to share your report. Sorry, Brinal Ghosh. Brinal, to share your report. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmaster, dear guest, and especially thanks to Toastmaster Jyothi for transforming your life journey on your work. Friends, small acts, when multiplied by millions of peoples, can transform the world. Exactly, I want to say to Jyothi. You transform the world by dig your heels in CSR activities and build to serve the community. You shows the docile characters of your nature. Thank you, being authenticity on your speech. I love one thing about your speech, the connect with the audience. Connect with the audience through your honesty, and you try to communicate clear thought process with the audience and try to interact with the audience by questions. That's a great impact. I love about your integrity part of your work. Whatever you have you stick to that. Even you can charge a good amount of money, 10 lakhs in Indian rupees is $7,000 to $8,000. But you refuse that because you want to dig your own heels on your activities. That's a great commitment, I must say. Next part, I love your eye contact. You maintain your eye contact throughout your presentations. That's an amazing part to connect with the audience through your eye contact. It's very challenging part mainly in virtual world, but you doing excellent jobs. Now coming to, I challenge you to becoming a next level of your speaker. I know that you are an eloquent and ebullient speaker, but for the next level, I recommend that you make and work on particular in this project, because this project is from your bottom of your hearts. So I just urge you to work on emotionally connect with the audience. Emotional connect, because these projects, it's a lot of efforts you are doing by your hearts. So better try to show your emotion about your projects, because this is too much close to your hearts. So only emotional parts you try to bring. And apart from, I can feel that's because of Zoom presence, all this a little bit as lighting effect is not normal, not up to the mark. Normally it's happening. So that part we need to work. So as an overall, I must say, I love that the speech that you are in already in the docile nature. Amazing connect with the audience. Great subject, great message for the audience. You maybe work on two things. One is your connect with emotional attach or your life force towards your emotional. And second, Zoom presence through proper lighting of your face. If you cope up with these all 360-degree structure on your speech, you will be one of the most amicable speaker in the domain of Toastmaster. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Minal, for sharing your feedback, your commendation and recommendation both. Yeah, Toastmaster Jyothi, I really love your speech, and I don't have anything apart from Toastmaster Minal. And kudos to both of you. A big round of applause for both of them. Both evaluator and speaker excel at their job. Now, moving back to my auxiliary role player, I invite Toastmaster Adrika to present her timer report. Will you please share, Adrika?
Sure. I'll share my screen now. Is it visible now?
Yeah.
Okay. So for the prepared speeches, we had Toastmaster Ruby, who spoke for 4 minutes and 49 seconds. For Toastmaster Jyothi Thomas, she spoke for 10 minutes and 22 seconds. We had quite a lengthy evaluation session for both the evaluators, scoring one at 3 minutes 20 seconds and Toastmaster Mrinal at 3 minutes 47 seconds. For table topic speakers, we had Toastmaster Mrinal at 2 minutes 15 seconds, Toastmaster Kshitij, 2 minutes 15 seconds, Toastmaster Sami at 1 minute 51 seconds. And there was a combined table topic session for guest Kundal and Toastmaster Jyothi, for which both of them were timed for 4 minutes and 5 seconds jointly. And the last one was Toastmaster Ram, who spoke for 2 minutes and 23 seconds. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Adrika. Now it's time to present my report as whole, and after my report, I will invite my language evaluator to present the report for entire session. Our session start at 10:30, and due to starting the session a little bit late, I noticed that role players are very vigilant about time and they show great presence of mind, especially Sa, especially our presiding officer. They keep their role short and try to carry forward the session wonderfully. So kudos on that for Toastmaster, Toastmaster Siti and Toastmaster Adrija. They show wonderful presence of mind. Now moving to our TMoD, Toastmaster Anutosh, the topic you bring, I have heard the topic several times in different Toastmaster session, but I feel that this is the thing is very important in our life. That's why I want to thank you to bring back the topic in another session. Why? Stress is for me, stress is different. Whenever there are new challenges, stresses are different, and we have to face the stress and keep submissive on it. So I feel I want to say thank you for bringing the topic in this session. Now, what are the things I like? First, while you started talking about your topic, you brought in statistics. When you started the statistics, I felt it was very engaging to the audience. People love to listen that about the figures you talked about, and then you ask, you engage audience. You did not keep it away. So I myself, Toastmaster Jyothi, both talked about it, and then the transition towards prepared speaker. Just like you mentioned that prepared speeches are that are mentored by a mentor. So this is the reason whenever they know what to tell, it reduces the pressure. So in that case, I feel you did very great job that you made relevant your topic and with the section of the prepared speech section. Before each and every speaker, you try to motivate people with a quote, and this is what I feel very good. That I feel that really motivate people and give a boost to a speaker. And another thing, appreciate the speaker. It means you really listen to the speaker. First Toastmaster Ruby, then Toastmaster Jyothi. Now here with all the commendation thing, here I feel you you could have incorporated something which could make your speech better. Like before table topic section, you talked about different things that impact the stress, like positive thinking, divert your mind, and just go for it. These are this type of thing. I expected a personal story from your life. Just like say last Friday, I was under very stress because two of my team members were on leave. I saw there a spike of volume. So after 3 to 4 hours, I didn't understand how to manage it. So I go out for a break. After 15 minutes, I thought to come back, but I keep myself in that off time for more 15 minutes more. That time was changing for that day. I successfully diverted from mind. I started thinking positive, and then when I entered to my Odyssey, I thought, let's go for it. I wanted this type of a personal story that you really realize it from your life. But apart from that, I really appreciate you when you went for a positive approach by saying that accepting your stress does not mean it's show off your weakness. And this is true. Until you see your weakness, you will not change yourself. So kudos to you, Toastmaster Anutosh. Overall, I really like your topic. Thank you. Now, moving to our table topic master and the table topic section. The table topic section a little bit different from other table topic section in a different Toastmaster session. Why? Usually, a table topic master come, he or she narrate the rule, and they give it to pick up 6 speakers and give them the topics. But in that today, I feel that those table topic master did a wonderful job by diverting and bringing something new into his section. Maybe the topics were very, I mean, wide, the topics were very big, but still I feel that the topics were, it's a different. Today day was a little bit different. So kudos to you, Toastmaster Shivam. Just I want to say that in table topic section, we also invite guests, non-Toastmaster, and they are given second chance, even third chance. I wanted you to speak that rule while you told about your role. Now, coming to the table topic section, I must say all the table topic speakers were very good. Starting from Toastmaster Minal, impact on communication skill. It start though it's a impromptu section, yet I must say you excelled on your delivery. Sometimes you a little bit awkward, but when the time passed, you started doing very well. So I must say that the purpose for the table of impromptu section is served here. Listening, thinking, organizing, and speaking. You listen properly, you thought, you organized, and then you speak. I have no recommendation for you. Then Toastmaster Sthitij. Seeing so many images and incorporate them in a single story, that's a really tough job. I just saw you go through it. And this is what a Toastmaster learned in an impromptu section. Whatever the speech is, you just told. And I must say that the topic I felt tough for me. So whenever you talk, I feel that oh my god, that was wonderful, and I did not find any recommendation. Then Toastmaster Samir, your topic was impromptu within impromptu. Sometimes a topic is given, we think and organize, and we keep talking about it. But you have to think each and every word. After M, you have to start your next word with N, then O, then P. I must say, whatever the speech was, I will kudos you to showing your nerve, your ability to manage your stress and your impromptu skill. Thank you. Then we have our two speaker, Toastmaster Kundal and Toastmaster Jyothi. The topic that was given and the roles you have played a little bit different. You started, you did very, I must say that you did very well. The table topic, today table topic section was a little bit different, and it's okay to fumble, and sometimes it was tough. Even table topic master was very cooperative by saying what need to incorporate during your speech, but the effort was wonderful, I must say. And then last, our speaker, Toastmaster Brahm, I must say your evaluation was did by our table topic master. What he say, I have nothing more to say. So overall, I must say that the table topic section was full of challenges, justified with today's topic that yeah, it stressed each and every speaker, but they could speak and they come out of the stress. This is the takeaway from today's table topic section. So big round of applause for all the speakers and all our table topic masters and our table topic master. With this, I hand over the podium our language evaluator, Shivam. Please present your report.
Actually, the language evaluator is Samir. So I just found it today.
No problem. Thank you so much. So, talking about the language usage, I could find some really exceptional words being used, some new words which we don't incorporate in our vocabulary in our daily usage. So, I have noticed those. So, it was really good. Let me quickly bring up my screen here. Okay. Right. So let's start like the one which you're seeing in front of you is the usage of the word of the day and the idiom of the day. So I could hear three people in the meeting. That's big three used the word of the day, and I see that the second speaker and second evaluator has used the idiom of the day. Apologies if I have missed any of the names. I could only hear these five people using it. Let's move on. Let's move on to the incorrect usage. I could only find one incorrect usage. Someone has mentioned we all felt nervous. It could have been it came into the light where the speaker had spoke about how the like someone has used the how it felt, how nervous the speaker was, and the other person consoled it, so stating that everyone feels nervous. So it could have been a better usage saying that I was nervous too and we all feel the same, or you can just make it that we all feel the same. That could be a better usage. That's just a suggestion. Now coming to the good usage, starting with the quote, there was a quote someone has used: to serve it beautiful, but only if it is done with joy and white heart and free mind. It was said by Pearl Buck. That's a beautiful quote. Thanks so much for using it today. And few other words which I found during the event today was devastating. It was a beautiful word which we don't usually incorporate in our vocabulary for daily usage. It's a beautiful word. And one sentence or the phrase, I live by that. So it's a beautiful sentence, I would say phrase, because we generally don't use that. So it's something new. We know there is a phrase as such, but we don't use it. So I would recommend, there's a beautiful thing we can incorporate in our vocabulary as well. So I live by that. uh string of pearl. String of pearl is again a phrase used to say that it's something really good. There's string of pearl. And the last one was benefactor. This was a new word for me. I quickly Googled it when I heard about it, and it means that the person who is helping someone else in terms, it could be like financially help or any help. So it was a new word for me, and it's a financial health. So it was a very new word for me. I quickly googled it. So thank you so much. Other than this, I could not find any other incorrect usage of the English language. Nobody killed English language so hard. So I'm happy with that. And with this, I would hand over back the stage to the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samir, for presenting your comprehensive report. And I'm really sorry that I uh, called upon the wrong person. I saw
Okay,
Toastmaster Shubham was generally, I mean, language evaluator, so it remained in my mind.
no worries. Actually, it was a last moment, like last minute change as well. So it happens. No worries.
Okay, so guys, please cast your vote, and I welcome our TMoD to conclude, to deliver his conclusion speech
Yeah,
and conclude it. Over to you.
sure. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Indranil, and for his team of evaluators. Kudos to all of you. Now, as we finish up this meeting or wrap up this meeting going forward, one thing that I must say that yes, there are different ways we need to take care of ourselves, but the first and foremost thing is to take care of the stress. Now, as there is something specific that I wanted to keep it uh, for the last part. So back in 2016-17, I was working for a company called Deloitte, and I am not able to cope up with so much stress. And at that point also, it literally I was down with a lot of stress. So over a period of time, I didn't start taking care of my body, my health, my food habits, my sleep habits, everything went disoriented. As a result of my own inability to understand my own self, in 2018, I started finding myself swelling up. And people who have seen me while I was working in Hyderabad, they noticed that change as well. The normal shirts and trousers that I used to wear for over a decade or more are not were not fitting me anymore. Later on, means I have always been have I used to always keep a weight of about a century or a little bit more than that, but at that point of time I was going more than 150. And in 2019, beginning of it, I was diagnosed with nephrotic syndrome, which is a disease related to kidney or renal issue. So at that point of time I understood that I didn't have proper food habits, I didn't sleep properly, I didn't drink water properly, and all of these things are not the root cause of that nephrotic syndrome. The root cause of it was stress. Later on, I also understood that there is something called as migraine. I think some of us have heard about it. I didn't know that I had it for many years. But recently I understood that I also have it. And migraine, asthma, any such kind of thing, they are also related to stress. Sometimes even stomach upsets can also happen due to stress. So, yes, I am definitely taking care of my body right now. I am sleeping better. I am able to say no to many people, to my bosses. I am saying no to my work at sometimes because I need to take care of my body first. But the most important thing is to identify that yes, we are feeling stressed out. And ladies and gentlemen, I must say, over a period of time, I learned it. I learned this calling out of stress in a very hard manner. It need not be with you all. So take cognizance of this word stress. It is better to absorb it, it is better to be aware of it, acknowledge it, so that your life, your health, you yourself, along with your family and near ones, can all be together and live more satisfactorily. With that, I will hand it over to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Kshitij. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. It's really for taking us through your personal journey and also helping us reflect on how our journeys are going so far. And this is something I think we all deeply connect with. Stress is quite an imminent problem in all our lives, and uh, finding the right way and structure to really tackle it is something that we all should, um, I think, more learn more about. So with this, I would just the last fun section where we get to know the results of the votes and know, uh, I mean, all that we witnessed today, what were the results of all of that exercise. So with I would like to start with the best primary role players. Any guesses on that? I would just request everyone to chip in and uh, let us know in the chat, or even you can unmute yourself and let us.
TMoD.
Shivam.
Yeah. Okay. This was also a tie. So, any more guesses or any final guesses anyone has?
I would say Shivam.
Yes,
Stupendous stuff.
absolutely right. So the table topic master for today, Toastmaster Shivam, had did an amazing job. We were all really stumped, and but it was an amazing section. R well, taught a lot about impromptu speaking in fact. So
You
great work.
anyway, the actually thanks to the tabletop Toastmaster of the day who brought this topic and I could maneuver around this. So kudos to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. So next we have the auxiliary role player. So from the tag team, any guesses there if you may, please. You can also write in the chat if you want to.
Language evaluator.
Yeah, I think Samir.
Yes, yes. So it is Toastmaster Samir, the language evaluator for today, who not only gave us the word for the day, but also the idiom and did an amazing job with the with highlighting the best users and the uh, and 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 even this was probably the first time that I'm seeing someone who also let us know that what was something new for them and they how quick they were to look it up and also learn from it. So amazing. I guess we can all sort of take inspiration from it. And yeah, so next we have the best speaker for for the meeting, and I guess we can all may take our guesses there or yeah. Okay, so the best speaker we have Toastmaster Jyothi Thomas, and I think we can all we all got to learn a lot from the speech and actually follow through the amazing work that she's done and how to also we can also strive to incorporate some of it, if not all. Next, we have the best evaluator for our for the prepared speakers. Any guesses there? So we had two, Toastmaster Mrinal and Toastmaster Sudeep. The, the
Toastmaster Brindal.
Yes. So the best evaluator for today was Toastmaster Mrinal. And now the most amazing section, the best table topic speaker. I as impromptu and well surprising the topics where I'm pretty sure that we will all be really surprised with the results as well. So any guesses there if anyone can try to.
I think Brahm or Jyoti.
They, Okay, so with this section, there are no wrong answers because it's been a five-way tie as I see because of, in the votes. So Di- Toastmaster Brahm, Toastmaster Sami, Toastmaster Mrinal, Toastmaster Jyothi, Toastmaster and myself. So we've all been
Wow.
asked. We have all gotten equal votes. So amazing typical topic section. Yeah, we were all really great at it. Cheers to us.
Okay.
With this, I would like to end this amazing session that we had today. We got to learn a lot about stress and also figured out some activities through fun-filled activities, I believe, to manage stress and maneuver through our lives. With this, I would like to end the recording and open the floor for any casual or chit-chat conversations.